Okay, we are starting our garden update for Aunt Sarah. This is our new friend Bella. This is Stacy's dog who now lives with us. As you can see, she loves going to check the garden. Off to our left is the duck and chicken run. And I'm sure they will chase after us in a little bit because they aren't the most fond of Bella. So that's Goosey Lucy. And then the black duck with the white belly is Penji. Stacy named after a penguin because it's fat and waddles and looks kind of like a penguin. And then that is the Indian runner who we have found out is a boy. So his name used to be Cinnamon, but it may be changing. And the other two over there, I don't know their names, but they're at least, I believe, girls in being quiet. All the chickens, for some reason, are inside. Oh, but you might be able to see one poking her head out. We are down to 17 birds, 16 hens, and then we have Sue, the boy named Sue, after the Johnny Cash song, who turns out to be a rooster. So maybe we'll get to hear him. Oh, there's one in the window up there. I don't know why they wouldn't rather just be outside, but they were out this morning and then they went back in for their nap, I guess. Maybe we'll catch them on the way back. So this is kind of our front yard, I guess you'd call it. Lots of pale yellow coneflowers and rudabecas and some Queen Anne's lace and some astery daisy looking thing that I don't know what it is. It will be filled with goldenrod in, I'm sure, a couple weeks. We do have the poisonous wild parsnip in there that we've been slowly digging out, but it's still in there here and there. We got some milkweeds. Only saw one monarch so far, so that's a little disappointing. I've been trying to keep the milkweeds up so that we get more butterflies, but we don't have tons of them quite yet. Oh, Bella, she likes to eat weeds and grass for some weird reason. So now, I told Alan yesterday, no laughing or judging because the garden is weedy. So this would be our onion row and our kale in between our weed rows. The garden beds themselves aren't too weedy, it's the paths that are terrible. Our tomatoes, which this first row is all cherries, which we don't have anything ripe quite yet. And then I believe this is the black crim and tie-dye something or another. And then we have an Italian tomato, a whole row of, and then a whole row of Wisconsin 55s. So there's about 64 tomato plants. I think we lost one. I'm a little concerned that a couple rows the leaves are curling, so I'm hoping that my compost isn't toxic. Corn, not bad, you know, knee-high by the 4th of July, but compared to the farmers around here, because we got it in so late, their corn is all as tall as I am already. We got some zucchini down here. Again, a lot of this stuff, because the garden is so big and just getting the garden tilled and rocks picking, we got it in late. So my zucchini is pretty small. Actually just got it in a couple weeks ago. No flowers on it yet, but I'm hoping soon. The potatoes are looking really good. Aaron and I were working on mounding them on Saturday, but then the neighbor came over with a beer and then we ended up stopping, so we only got 3/4 of that first row done. I got to remound all these. That's a project and a half, trying to dig dirt even with a tractor. These are 2 empty beds that are now covered in some sort of grass. Peas may go in here this fall, or we may just not get anything in there. This was kind of an experiment. They were called baby broccolis, but they look like they all bolted on me. But now today, which darn it, I forgot my knife, I went back up to get, I see little broccolis in there. I don't know if I can see them. So we're gonna have to run back up, Bella and I, and get them cut for today and get them in the refrigerator. So that's kind of nice that we've got some little broccolis on there. The rest of the row is Brussels sprouts. So we do have some cabbage moths, but I'm not spraying them with anything. It doesn't seem to be affecting the Brussels sprouts themselves. Erin just got this trellising thing up finished this weekend for the beans. Again, everything's really short because I got them in really late. But I think that for a fall crop, everything will be really good. I'm gonna hang some string hopefully today off of these things, stake them down for the beans to climb up. We got a little blackberry bush right here that the girls like to pick and eat the tiny little blackberries, so hopefully we can nurse that a little bit. Asparagus, weed covered. I got some of the weeds tore out of there. Erin got me this new like hoe with like a big wheelie thing on it that works really good, but the stuff is so tall we waited too long to do it. My dills are coming up from seed pretty darn nice. I got 3 different rhubarbs here. I don't know why that one's turning all brown. We'll have to keep an eye on them. I haven't been watering this garden bed too much, so that could be a reason why we may have to turn that on today. I've got some Moon and Stars watermelons, but again, no flowers yet on them, so hopefully we get watermelon before... Ooh, I take that back. I see one over here. So hopefully we start getting some melons growing. Okay, you see it? The one yellow flower in there. Pumpkins. Kind of excited to hopefully get some good-sized pumpkins this year. Oh, Bella, she's over there sniffing something. Bella, yard. She's probably chasing birds. She likes to chase birds. Birds and flies. But she stays in the yard pretty good, so I don't have to worry about her. Dill from Iron Ridge. We brought this, used to be a potato bed, over from Iron Ridge last fall, and we planted our garlic in there. So the garlic, it looks like it's almost ready to be picked, but the dill seeds were in the dirt as well, and I just left them go. So we've got some nice looking dill. I have nothing to really use it for other than summer salads. Girls' trampoline that they hardly use because they're too busy on their screens. Compost pile, our garbage pile, our shed. Erin's got to still repair. We pulled that trellis out of Iron Ridge. Our trailer parking section. We got a whole trailer right there full of wood we have to split still. We got from our friends Kim and Guy. Back to the garden. Cukies are dinky dinks. Again, they just went in like 2 weeks ago. And I pulled some flowers kind of out of Iron Ridge just so that we had kind of some of the same flowers before they tore the house down. I moved them back where the garden was. And then a couple weeks ago I dug them up and brought them here. Not looking great, but hopefully they overwinter okay. That's kind of it. Oh, did you hear Sue? Maybe if we walk back there, maybe we'll take a walk back so you can kind of see where the apple trees and the bees are. But I won't bore you. Well, maybe we'll take this walk this way. So say I wouldn't bore you for the whole walk back there because it's pretty far, so we may have to pause the video till I get closer. Otherwise you might hear me huffing and puffing. But we'll take this little path that Erin mowed. He's got some paths around, so it's kind of nice that, you know, Bella can run around and she stays pretty much on them. Wish I could get the girls to come out here and adventure out more, but they come out and pick berries, and that's really kind of it. It's kind of pathetic. They're turning into the pre-teens who just want to sit in the house and stare at stupid screens all the time. They've lost all their imagination and ability to create. So yeah, you can hear Sue. He's over there crowing. He was doing really good in not doing that, but Stacy's friend Amanda decided to get a rooster crow on her cell phone and put it in the coop and try to rooster train him. She thought it would be neat to hear him crow. And now he learned how to do that. This is kind of our marshy area. We have a drain that runs around the house, and all the water comes out here, so we don't ever have to worry about a damp basement, which is awesome. But we always kind of have this mucky area. So Stefan had his mini excavator over this weekend, and Aaron started digging out an area to kind of have a little pondy area. Maybe we'll allow the ducks to go in there, I don't know. But it didn't get very far because Aaron didn't know what he was doing, and he wanted to wait for Stefan, but then Stefan never came on Sunday because he ran one on Saturday night and lost his wallet and his phone in the lake. So he has no money, no way to get money, and no way to communicate. So he's kind of in a world of hurt right now. We're coming up to the stone patio, temporarily stone. I thought it would sit like that till next year, but the landscaper guy said, well, I recommend getting a pavers on there as soon as you can so water doesn't build up in there. And I'm like, oh great, that's a project we didn't plan for. And the new rock walls, the girls' old treehouse. 2 weeks ago, Aaron had the tractor and dragged that up from, it was down by the garden shed. So he just finished putting the floor in that. A dirt pile. Our patio pavers from Iron Ridge. Steph and I hauled those out on, what was it, Friday night, Thursday night? I don't remember now. Our little makeshift stone patio behind the garage, that's what we've been using all summer. And then Stefan came in with Aaron and they trenched out the power line because the pool is going to go kind of, you see where that stake is? Right there. It's going to go in this area. So they're going to come out and dig that sometime this week, and the pool's hopefully going in on Thursday. But we'll see if the weather cooperates. So I'm going to pause it while we head back to the apple trees and the bees. And you can join us in a little bit.